Okay, new patch, new me. Let's see. I think it's a little bit different compared to the beta build, but I'm not exactly sure how different. I think, yeah, I guess we'll see. Let's just see what this patch has in store for us, and then we're gonna try to see, we're gonna test some stuff out as well, like the most changed units to see what they can still do or not. Okay, use announcement. Tweak the random roll entrance animation. Yeah, some people complained about it, they made it easier on the eyes, I like it. I don't have any problem with like I'm not photo sensitive I guess, but the random roll was still a bit annoying for my eyes as well, so yeah, I guess he does be in effect. Made all free cosmetic items viewable, because people didn't really understand how it actually worked exactly, so I guess you can see all of them now. I already unlocked all of them, so I can't really show how they look when they're still unlocked. Well, I guess locked. Okay, into the actual balance changes. Fight Tamarine, only one attack now. And let's see, new ability. Spins one trumpet to deal 3 damage to one random enemy. Wow. Okay. Putting a bit more emphasis on its ability, reducing its base stats to deal 1 more damage. Honestly, I like it. This makes it a little bit stronger for mid game as well. If you're keeping a level 2 Feet Tamarine, that will deal 3 damage instead of 2 to 3 or 2 random enemies depending on its level. I like it. Makes it a bit stronger. Sure, I like it. I think the Groundhog by Tamarine early strat is cool. Okay, Silk Moth from 2-2 to 3-1. Nice. This basically just means that it's vulnerable now. It dies to Mosquito basically, or just Zombie Cricket, whatever. But yeah, I like the change to -1 HP. The 3 attack just compensates for that, I guess. And now it only has 2 charges instead of 3. Yeah, pretty good change. This has been the change I've suggested like ever since I hovered over the Silk Moth to see what ability it has. I was like, what's 3 times per 10? Wow, that's broken. But yeah, there you go. Only 2 triggers, 3 times was definitely too much. We're still probably gonna see Silk Moth. This ability is still amazing. African Penguin, from give 1 random friend +2/+1 to give 3 random friends +1. Okay. I like it. I honestly hate this early game trend, I guess, of just funneling all of your buffs into one single unit. Basically, you spam African Penguins, and if a unit gets like hit once or twice, it becomes gigantic, and then you can't really, it gets like 2, 3, 4 kills sometimes. Yeah, like this, spreading the buff across your team means that early game you will buff units that you are not gonna keep as well, so I like it. A little bit less impactful, but it's a tier 2 after all. This also means it's a bit more interesting with Catfish. Buffs 3 units instead of just a random 1 single unit. I don't think it's the best thing you can go for, but level 3 African Penguin on like round 7, round 9, then you get the Catfish on round 9. It's something you can see. It's not out of the picture. Especially because it's an attack buff, not HP. Change Blackneck Stealth, let's see, from 2-1 to 3-2, okay, and only gains 2 trumpets instead of 3. Yep, pretty good change. 3 trumpets was a bit too much for a tier 2. That was just a +3, an extra 3 unit in the back. I guess now it's 2-2. Yeah, 3 trumpets was a bit too much. Hercules Beetle. Don't forget, this is a tier 2 unit, and now it has default starting stats 3-4, 3 attack, 4 HP. That is huge for a tier 2. Its ability sucks, but honestly, if Hercules Beetle had no ability, 3-4 stats would have still been enough for you to want to use this. The stats are amazing now for a tier 2 unit. It's amazing. If you replace a 1-2 with a 3-4 unit, that's a huge upgrade to your team early. And its ability is not terrible, honestly. You don't have to focus on its ability at all, just take the Hercules Beetle because it's strong basically, and eventually when you get rid of it, you're gonna get some attack on your team, I guess. Yeah, sure, I guess you might want to explore Hercules Beetle a bit. Change Lizard from 1-3 to 1-4. And now summons 3-1 Lizard Tails. Okay. A stats buff and ability buff. Well, I didn't see that coming. I thought it would make Lizard Tails even worse. But yeah, Lizard is pretty okay. Maybe not decent. yeah, okay slash decent, I guess. In the golden pack, I suppose this is more of a golden pack oriented patch notes, I suppose. Yeah, all of them are from the golden pack. But yeah, in the golden pack, Lizard has some stuff to work with. Sea Turtle to make the lizard tails pretty tanky. Salt Moth to make the lizard actually survive some shots and stuff like that. And yeah, just units that buff the lizard, like, what was it, the beta fish, whatever, even surgeon fish for HP, cone snail, whatever. Yeah, I guess lizard a bit more viable now early. Pretty nice with the sea turtle. They got +1 attack as well. This the 3 attack lizard should actually be pretty strong because it will get to hit like twice with the sea turtle buff. Okay, sea turtle got +1 attack. Sure, 1 attack and 5 HP is honestly a little bit like harmless. 2-5, sure. The HP buff on summons is not incredible past like round 7, so yeah, sure. It's a fine buff. Squid +2 attack, I guess. Honestly, I think Squid is fine. It enables some interesting, I guess, hurt synergies. You play Ink in front, and then the enemy is more likely to not be able to kill the hurt ability behind the Squid in one shot. And now, I guess the Squid is actually pretty strong as well. 5 attack for a tier 2 unit, that's a lot. It will be able to kill stuff easily in one shot. It just, honestly, even without trumpets, 5-2 is a good amount of stats. Just put it in front, and it gets a kill, basically. Baboon, looks like they went ahead and I guess they're waiting to change its ability, because it used to have some interesting changes to its ability. Like only buffing for +1 HP, but on like 2-3 units or something like that. But I guess they just made its stats worse and kept the OG ability. I think it's a better idea to wait a bit. Yeah, the changes were a little bit controversial on the Discord server. Change Flea, now it has 3 attack as well. Sure, people usually use it with chocolate cake so they don't actually get, the Flea doesn't actually get to attack too often, but hey, that I think that makes early Flea, like Flea from a level up, a little bit more viable. Because usually when I get a Flea from a level up, I just don't take it. Early on, you don't need weakness that much unless you have like a 1 attack team or something like that. And the 1-1 stats, along with the weakness not being too effective early, was just a skip for me. Okay, let's see. The interesting change, I suppose. Flying Fish, which is pretty dominant. Flying Fish from 3-3 to 1-2. Old ability. If in battle, give 1 XP and 1 attack. New ability. Give +3 XP only twice. Ah, god. Might be the worst change ever for the game. Flying Fish was incredibly annoying, and now it has less stats, which honestly we don't care about. And now it gives 2 XP twice. So I guess they just put a limit on the buffs, but just made them stronger. +2 XP means level 1 summons become level 2. And this is also a +2/+2 buff right away to anything that gets summoned as well. Doesn't care if it levels up or not, like if it actually has an ability. So yeah, this means you buy Flying Fish, you get 2 incredibly strong summons. Why? I don't know why they thought this would be Sheep plus Clownfish. Yep. Level 1s can level up easily. With Clownfish, this is going to be incredibly strong on custom pack and in some weekly packs eventually. I think this is a terrible change. I hate it. We don't care about nerfing its stats. The Flying Fish's stats are not the problem. Definitely. I mean, yeah, sure, it could use less stats because its ability is strong, but if its ability is too strong that the Flying Fish doesn't even get to see fights, just hangs out in the back and wins, doesn't even matter. But yeah, horrible change. I also hate triggers, charges, and stuff like this. It basically limits your creativity, man. Instead of going for a fully fledged out summon team, you just gotta buy 1 single sheep, a Flying Fish, and then the rest of your team can just be Giraffe, Dodo, Rooster, or whatever. Like, come on. If you have summon units, at least make the whole team be a part of the trend. Like, come on. I hate charts like this. But yeah. I really hope they're gonna realize what they've done. But yes, I don't like it. Should it just... It would have been so easy, man. Just remove the plus attack. Remove this. And just keep the XP part. And it would have been a little bit less balanced. And just make it 1-2 as well, maybe. And it would have still been annoying, but hey. I don't know, maybe make it tier 4 as well. Damn. Hopefully they're gonna take a look at this again eventually. Meerkat from 2-1 to 1-3. All abilities spent half gold for a random +1/+2 buff. New ability. Start of battle. Give adjacent friends +1 attack for every 3 gold spent this turn. Okay, no more permanent buffs, no more permanent scaling from the Meerkat. Only started battle buffs. +1 attack for every 3 gold spent. So I guess you're gonna get like +3 attack at least for 9 gold. +3 attack twice. I mean on 2 units left and right. I suppose that goes to 6, 9 should be +2 +3. Wait no, +2 +3 attack for every 3 gold spent. I don't know. I think this would have been interesting with. I think Meerkat would have been more interesting with permanent buffs. Star battle buffs are interesting, I guess, but yeah. But yeah. Challenge. Meerkat roster in the money team. Okay, cat freaking how are you gonna test that out? Actually curious to see how the Meerkat does. I think this should be pretty strong for mid game. Osprey, -1 attack. Shark. I guess the solution to Flying Fish would be to buff the units it uses as well. Royal Flycatcher from 2-3 to 2-4. Enemy summon deal 2 damage to 1 random enemy and gain +1 HP. And now it just deals 3 damage to 1 random enemy and doesn't gain HP anymore. Well, old Royal Flycatcher with this used to be a little bit too strong, honestly. Because if there was a summon team, like if you would actually get matched up against a good summon team with a lot of summons, I guess, you would have sniped for a lot of damage in total. If the enemy had enough summons, and then if the snipes weren't enough, the 2 attack 15 HP Flycatcher was enough to just hold up against anything else that was alive. But yeah, I like this. No more big Flycatcher in the back, just snipes and that's it. I also really love this aspect of its ability, and now it's more likely to kill stuff, so I like it. Falcon, +1/+1, Sharp. For 4 stats was a little bit too bad for a tier 4. And here's our second or first tied with Flying Fish change. Most controversial change of this patch. The Macaque from tier 4 to tier 5. Hey, they gave a +1 attack. Old ability summons the Gorilla. New ability summons the bigger orangutan. Yeah. Old Macaque was problematic, that's for sure, but they just went ahead and took a butcher's knife and just chopped its head off, man. Okay, that sounds a bit too brutal, my bad. But yeah, F in chat for Macaque. I think they've overdone it. They either could have just made it tier 5 or changed the orangutan or changed the gorilla into the orangutan, but they went ahead and double nerfed it, tier 5 and orangutan. So I think it's dead basically. Yeah. I also think changing the gorilla to orangutan is terrible. It just... I mean, the gorilla is strong, but it was fun, basically. And I would rather have the Macaque be a little bit stronger than just be completely boring with... Like, come on, man. Orangutan, the gorilla was fun. Just make it, like... Yeah, in my opinion, they should have just made it very small. Not necessary, but the gorilla could have been like 4-4 and then force you to come up with ways to buff the gorilla in team, in fight. I don't know, Warthog or beta fish in front of it, stuff like that. Mammoth maybe. Mammoth Pteranodon with 1-ups, just so you can get a bigger gorilla in fight. I think that would have been interesting. Yeah. Okay. How was the other game? Hey Philip, welcome back. It was interesting. It was basically Forager. What was the other farming game? It was called Another Farming Roguelike. That's the title, I think. Another Farm or Farm. Yeah, something like that. Let me see. Another Farm Roguelike. Yep, that's about it. Stretching SCP? No. Put on the training wheels, let me roll them dice. Yep, just press that roll button. But okay, let's keep going. Manatee. Takes, okay, old, take 5 damage and give +1/+2. New, take 5 damage and give +2/+1. Okay. Golden Pack doesn't really have too many attack focused scalers, so there you go. I guess we've got Manatee now, +6 attack on level 3. I guess it's not terrible. I guess you could try to use it with Cobra, Grizzly, not Grizzly, with the German Shepherd and the Warthog maybe. Yeah, sure. We were really lacking someone that gives more attack than HP in this pack. Poison Dart Frog, 2 extra attack on it. Sure. Fire End? Yeah, that's true, but not really a scaler. At least not traditional, I guess. Poison Dart Frog. From a 1-1, it eventually climbed its way up to 5-2 stats. I like it. I think Poison Dart Frog is in a balanced state, kind of. But I really would have really loved the idea of having a 1-1 unit that's just strong. If you didn't have a way to deal with it, then it would just decimate your team. I really like that. To be fair, there aren't too many ways to deal with the Poison Dart Frog in the Golden Pack, so that would not have been too balanced. But if it had enough counters, having a 1-1 strong unit would have been interesting. And then you would just have to try your best to protect it somehow. But yeah, I guess it just deals less damage and has bigger stats on it as well to compensate. Yeah, sure. Can't complain. It's decently balanced. Sea Lion gets +1/+1, sure. Secretary Bird from 3-2 to 2-5. 2 friends faint, give the nearest friend behind +3/+3. And new, 2 friends faint, give the nearest friend ahead +3/+3. Oh. Okay, so Secretary Bird technically means it doesn't work with Macaque. But... Okay, let me think, what would this enable? Buffing a unit in front of it. I guess anything. You could buff a Cobra, I guess. Yeah, just have some summons in front and then a Cobra a little bit in the middle with a Secretary Boy behind it. Wouldn't be terrible. But yeah, I like this unit combining the summon, I guess, summon synergies with some stats as well. Technically you don't need summons to actually use it. If you actually keep it in the back, then you still get 2 charges, I guess. You get two buffs from a regular team. Well, actually no, 3 buffs. Well, it depends if you have 1 summon. Like if you have 5 units and no summons, when your 4th unit dies, I guess then you would get the 2nd trigger, but you don't have anyone else left to buff, I guess. It's more of a nerf than a buff. Less triggers overall. Well, yeah, true, because, let me think. It should be kind of the same, I think, but interesting. I guess this is more of a, we have to mess around with it. It forces it to be in the back now. Yeah, true, but it was like either 3rd or 4th anyway in the team. I guess now it's 5th or 4th. Maybe even 3rd, maybe. I don't think it's doesn't seem like a huge deal, but should be interesting with some actual units that use these stats well. We'll see. At the end, she's gonna play around and have some fun with it, and then we'll see what it works best with, I guess. You won't have 1 big unit in the back now. You get to use the stats tree this way. Yeah. Let's see. Nerf Shark. Old ability spent all trumpets to deal this double damage to 1 random enemy, and now it only spends up to 10 trumpets and deals triple damage to 1 random enemy. And hopefully the level up ability stays the same and hits 2-3 random enemies. But I like this. Puts a cap on the Nerf Shark. Also only deals 30 damage now, which kind of sucks. I really wish they would have left it to at least be able to deal 50 damage at max. Now it only deals 30 at max. Now, not too much late game potential now, but I like it. I like it more like this. Usually, you would just overkill stuff with like 100 damage snipes, and now you can actually use those trumpets in a much better way. Nerf trap Pteranodon? Yes, that works now. You will need 20 trumpets to do that. That sounds fun. Sounds a lot of fun. Oyster from tier 5 to tier 6. Sure. It was decently strong for tier 6, but for tier 5, but now at tier 6 you don't really buy sell too often. So, I don't know. I liked the tier 5. I think just a nerf would have been okay. Yeah, just not, a bit too late for buying and selling, but hey. Sure, we'll take it, we'll see how it feels. Probably won't get to use it too often now, which like if a unit is too strong, just don't take it out of the game flow, I guess. Just gonna be way less often used now. Sure. Change Bird of Paradise definitely was incredibly strong. From spend 8 gold gives all friends +1/+1 to 7 gold back to 7 gold, and only buffs 3 friends instead of 4. Pretty good nerf. And now you might actually not buff the unit you want to buff. Someone's gonna be left behind every round, and that might just be your rooster or whatever, your big carry. But I guess now it's easier to get multiple buffs out of it. So, good nerf, still strong. Yeah, I think it's a good nerf as well. You get Cobra with 2 more HP. Sure, I guess it helps it a bit. If you get to level 2, you can have 9 HP on it. That makes it survive to some, maybe makes it a bit more likely to survive. Maybe a crack snipe, maybe a link snipe, stuff like that. Sure, I'll take it. Survives a boss hit now. Yep, that's big. That's big. Yeah, I think it's decent. Cobra is strong, but if you don't get to actually use it, then German Shepherd from 8.5 to 10.4. I guess this one dies to boss now, but yeah, it's always in the back. Old ability, give it 20% of dispense attack, and new one, give 30% of attack to it. Okay, this makes it a scary late game unit. 90% attack on level 3 instead of 60. That is huge, but yeah, this buff is definitely aimed towards early late game German Shepherd. Level 1 German Shepherd with its default 8 attack was incredibly underwhelming. I guess this makes it a bit more vulnerable. 1 less HP. But yeah, I like it. Should be scary late game, but to be fair, it was already scary late game. It just helps it a bit. It's more impactful early late game than late game, I guess. Okay, I like it. Change Pteranodon, oh god. Old ability, Friend Faints. If it was a faint pet, activate again, works 1 time. New ability, Friend Faints. If it was a faint pet, activate its ability again, works 1 time. Okay, I don't think this makes a change in gameplay. It's just a wording change, yeah. So yeah, sure. I guess we skip. Man, they should say something, man. Because honestly, some of these are not like you could read this like 10 times and still be left wondering like, wait, what actually changed? It's not really changed. They could have like shadow changed this anyway without mentioning it. What's the difference? Just words. Just another word and another letter to it. Now it's its. Warthog. From 12.6 to 9.6 minus 3 attack, that's 1 less buff to start off with. Sure, it's pretty strong. 12.6 was honestly a little bit too much considering it has a pretty bonkers ability. Some tier 6s with worse abilities have worse stats than this anyway. Change Wildebeest. Now spends only 4 trumpets for coconut. Yeah, that's pretty nice. For 12.18, I guess you'll need a level 2 Nayala to get all 3 coconuts. And by the time you get a level 3 Wildebeest, you should be able to get enough trumpets for it as well. I think Wildebeest is a good unit, honestly. It just needs to not be sniped before it's able to get its coconuts going. Yeah, it's pretty strong if it has good stats in level 2 and 3. Just doesn't get to pop too often, unfortunately. Let us. Give 3 pets from the current tier +1/+1. Give 3 pets from the current shop tier or higher +1/+1. Yep, that's nice. I like the other change. I like it as well. I like it as well. Should feel much nicer to use it now. And change potato to block the splash damage from chili. Sure. And some fixes. Fix to can't ignoring pets already had the food perk. This has haunted me ever since we started playing beta build on the golden pack. I hated it. Not working. Fix turtle not passing over pets already has the melon perk. This has also messed up some of my builds as well. So yeah, I guess it actually was a bug, because I was actually wondering when that happened. Fix handling colors in trumpets, butterfly transformation sugar and behold dolphin, fix child's room, background is the main menu music, desync carry when selling pets, nice. Fixed faints sometimes taking priority over hurts in situations where multiple pets can hurt. Okay. And fix Japanese, Korean and simplified Chinese ability triggers being hard to read. Okay, there's our golden pack patch notes. Hopefully in the future they're gonna take a look at some old units as well. But yeah, I guess decent, except for Flying Fish and Macaque, at least live. Yes, they are. I am in the Steam build, and yeah, they should be live. Where's the T-Rex nerf? Well, not here, unfortunately. That's about it. Hopefully we're gonna see some buffalo or bison nerfs in the appropriate, no, close future, near future, there we go, in the near future.